Hi everyone, welcome to Training with Kayce, where we explore animal training and living our best lives with animals. I'm Joseph Laughlin, producer of this podcast, and now here's your host, Kayce Covert. Let's get started.
Hey, thank you, Joseph. Welcome, everybody. It's Kayce, your host for Training with Kayce. And today is a really light day. I just wanted to share a story. And I hope you'll write in stories also. I would love to hear other stories and maybe share some more. Maybe interview you on our podcast here and hear them directly from you. But in any case, in my life with animals, there seem like there are a lot of stories. And recently people have been telling me to write them down. So here's the start, right? So one is about using your audience to help you train. I think a lot of us do this. Like we'll divide the audience between the animals that are present and assign them to root for one animal or the other. Maybe we will tell the people exactly what the animal's supposed to do, and we'll even coach them, right, to root for the animal. Do our animals love applause and audience excitement? Generally, unequivocally, yes. As a matter of fact, they will steal our audiences from us. Tell me if I'm wrong, folks. So the animals love it when the people directly root them on, and especially when the people know their names. You know, they get it. They're seen. Everybody wants to be seen and appreciated. And that's true with animals also. But when I was at the National Zoo, I also used the audience in a very direct way. We needed to teach the gray seals and the sea lions to walk through the public area and to work in the public area for various reasons. And one of the reasons we needed to do it is because we needed the animals to cooperate with the vets, and the vets didn't have time to participate in the training. So I reasoned that if the animal could do a vet procedure or go through the motions of a vet procedure, there were no extra needles involved, okay? Nobody got poked or anything like that. But a lot of the training, the needle going in is about the least of it, really. You think that might be a big deal, but that's not the big deal. The big deal is having strangers towering over them and holding their flippers or, bringing out alcohol pads or something like that. So I was at the National Zoo, and we needed to teach all of our seals and sea lions to get their blood taken by the veterinarians. Vets weren't available. So we, got all the training plans all figured out, all the steps. Remember, I say get your next 3 steps ready in your head. Well, I would take the part of the trainer and I would have someone from the audience to take the part of the veterinarian. Now, someone from the audience would include at first our volunteers, right? Because they're already insured. And they would go through the motions. They also knew more about it and so forth. But then we would later on include audience members to be in the position of the vet, to man the various, like an otoscope, a stethoscope, holding a needle with a syringe, presenting it to the animal to see, pressing on the animal's skin, going through the entire procedure, just short of using the needle. And other people in the audience might be cheering for that person, or maybe not. Maybe we kept it very quiet and I would be the only person bridging the animal for cooperating with this person out of our audience. But the fact is, it worked like a charm. And the animals learned how to do this with the public, and then they were really good for the veterinarians. But it did have some confusing moments, apparently. One day, I was outside working with a gray seal, and I had enlisted the help of the entire crowd of people watching the gray seals. And I told them that I needed to teach the gray seals to tolerate music, in particular, the noise that came from me. The gray seals were very discerning about sound. And in particular, if I sang, they thought that was really horrible, I think. So I talked to the audience, and if you ever want to get your audience singing for you, don't ask the general audience. Ask the children and the parents who, if you ask them, would you sing to this gray seal, would say, no, I've got, something else to do right now. But if you ask their child to sing for the gray seal, the parent sees that as a special opportunity for their child, I think. And they're like, oh, you could sing for the gray seal. Do you want me to help you? So there you've got everybody in the family is now singing for your gray seals. So you've got to tell them how it progresses. We're going to start out very, very quietly, and I will set the tone for how quiet to be. And then we'll stop and let the animal rest. And then the next time will be a little bit louder. And so it goes until finally everybody is swinging their arms and marching their legs and tromping all around the gray seals, singing at the top of their lungs. So on this particular day, the director of the National Zoo happened to be going by in his cart. That was Dr. Theodore Reed. And I couldn't really stop what we were doing, but I just kind of gave him a little wave as he went by. And to my confusion, he stopped his cart. Meanwhile, we just went on singing to the gray seals and swaying around as we were at that particular stage. The next thing you know, Dr. Reed he clambered into the back of his scooter, and he was standing up. He looked like an explorer. He's peering into the sunset, trying to see exactly what we're doing. So I give him another little wave, and we finish up. And by the time we were finished, so that I could actually go see if Dr. Reed needed anything, he was gone. And it was a good training session. We got a lot done, and these parents were so great at coaching their own children to participate in the real life training of our gray seals. So about 15 minutes later, I got a phone call from the curator. And he said, Kayce, are you training gray seals? Yes, I have been. And he said, okay, so Dr. Reed said it looks like you're doing a calisthenics class. Can you explain that to me? Okay, so this and other things can happen when you involve the public in training your animals, but it's all good, right? It's all a great experience for everyone, and it really accelerates our training process. And I guess we were having a calisthenic class of sorts. All right, all. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Hey fans, are you enjoying Training with Kayce? Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts from. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Kayce Cover on YouTube. That is youtube.com/C/Kayce Cover. Also, give the podcast a like, share, and comment. Thanks for joining us. Come back for more news and views on animal training and living with animals. Stay at the top of the pack with Kayce. This is Joseph Laughlin, producer of Training with Kayce. See you next time.